Okay, hot off the presses in China. I've really got to tell you guys about this because this news item really hits home, quite literally. Apartment owners from a major development company are in paper shock. Fittings in high-end apartments costing upwards to 4 million yuan were made of paper, as it is claimed. Vanke Group, China's biggest property developer, admitted during the weekend that there were problems in its newly sold houses. Complaints come 1 month after the flooring in Vanke houses was found to contain formaldehyde, a substance that can be hazardous to health. More than 140 buyers said that their wardrobe and shoe drawers in the apartments were made of something like paper. They literally crumbled when they were first used. This is after they purchased the home. It goes on to say that there's many other fittings and parts of the housing that is not legit, and people are quite pissed off about it because they've already, like I said, bought the home. Well, holy crap, guess what? That's exactly the same type of complex that I live in here. Vanke City. Looks legit, but as I'm going to show you here in a moment, it is anything but. I'm living in a cardboard house. Okay, check this out. You can see the water damage and the peeling and cracking of the plaster of the walls, and I'm not really sure about the foundation, but you can definitely see that it's not real good, not real good at all. This is a stairwell coming down from the housing complex, and all of this is peeling and chipping, and in some cases it'll fall right up on your head. This is peeling and coming right off there, and it's not very pleasant. Most of these light sockets are not properly constructed. You've got loose wires there. Half of them that do have light bulbs do not work, and the others, like I said, are just holes, just big holes in the ceiling, with no damn intention of putting in any lights. It's just slap it together, get paid, and get out. Of course, a major concern is with all of this peeling and chipping of the materials in this building. What is it made of? Is there any asbestos? Is there any other kind of a hazardous substance that we're breathing in? And I'd love to find out if any of this stuff is radioactive as well, because there's been a couple tests done that I've read about in Chinese housing where the materials were actually radioactive. They had a higher level of radioactivity than what is considered safe. So scary stuff. And there is really no regulation, and there really is no standard of safety here, despite what is being published. It's just not existent, you know. It's just not followed whatsoever. There's a water fountain out front of this property, and it's never had water in it. It's never had water in the pool below it. It's never had water coming out of the fountain itself. It's just for looks. It's just built that way, and the specs are never realized in the actual day-to-day living in the property. Check that out. Water damage came through here, and it blew right through the ceiling. This is the bottom floor, and so there was a big mess on the floor. When it rains a lot, you'll find that these floors are always super wet and a little bit dangerous. But that's quite common in most every housing complex. You've got you know, hazards that you've got to avoid, you know. And when I lived in my first apartment here in China, I was talking on the phone once, and I remember that I put my hand up on the ledge of the wall in the living room area, and I remember quite clearly that I pulled off a big chunk of drywall in my hand just from placing it on the ledge, talking on the phone. And that was the first time that I really considered, what I was living in, and that it was a whole new ball game. It looked legit. It seemed as if everything was on the up and up, but I'd be damned if you put any weight or any stock in quality by living, in a home in China, because you're going to be rudely awakened.